Dr. Stephanie Toyne-Peters is in the studio to talk about the Nobel Conference she attended this past week. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Not a problem. So can you kind of talk to us about the conference you attended?
Sure. Gustavus Adolphus College hosts the Nobel Conference every year. This was their 51st conference. And each year they pick a theme, and they invite a previous Nobel Prize winner to give a keynote address, and then other experts in the field. Usually they have at least one philosopher or ethicist to talk about that issue, and they have panels. And a large part of the conference is outreach to high school students and getting science to a general audience.
Wow. So who did you all go to the conference with?
Well, there were 4 faculty members that went this year and 8 students. And it was organized by Ben Bousquet in the physics department. He organizes it almost every year.
Okay. So you said the theme was addiction. And why is this topic important?
Well, I think it really came out at the conference that we all come with preconceived notions about what addiction is. Addiction is no longer defined as a disorder by the DSM, which is the manual for psychiatrists. And there was a lot of question among the speakers at the conference about what is the difference between drug use and drug abuse and addiction. And so it's clear that people need to talk about this and try to understand what we really know about addiction and how that's different than drug use.
Definitely. So the keynote speaker, you said it was a past winner,
Mm-hmm.
And then there were also other speakers. What other speakers did you attend?
Well, I went to all of the major lectures except for the final one, but Dr. Carl Hart, I think, was the best talk. And what I really liked about his talk was that he liked to talk. He did a good job of talking about his science, which I'm a scientist, so I like that. But he really did a good job of talking about the biases that scientists bring to their work, because we're human just like everybody else, and how those biases in even the questions that we ask as scientists then affect how we view the results, and also how those results are translated into society and what kinds of societal effects those can have. So his talk was really great because it really bridged the gap between science and society, and I think made people in the audience think about what they know and what they don't know and what their assumptions are.
So like as a professor, what do you think the students really took away from this?
I think one of the unique things about the Nobel Conference is that after the speakers speak, they actually have a panel of all the speakers and they ask each other questions. And I think this year there was a tension between some of the speakers. They have very different views of addiction and what drug abuse is, and there were some sharp words exchanged, and I think that really opened our students' eyes that even prominent scientists disagree with each other.
Definitely. Well, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Information for next year's conference can be found on the Gustavus Adolphus College website.